My photography starts in Italy, where I grew up. When I was 15 years old, I knocked the door of this studio in Ravenna and I asked, can I work for you for free? It was a beautiful experience, a unique experience, and I slowly detached myself from the studio and I started to travel with the excuse to escape from the place where I grew up. The best excuse is like I have a camera and say I'm a photojournalist, and then what better excuse you can have to run away. I fall in love with the idea of an Italian psychiatrist called Franco Basaglia that he died way before. I fall in love with his philosophy or his practice. And for many years I followed the team, these people heritage, his philosophy, and have this crazy idea to close Madhouse psychiatric hospital around the world. And I was an activist there, beside a photographer. I really believe in their cause, I still do. From the many experiences I had with them, I choose one, the Greek one, in Leros, and it became also a book. Like any love story ends some way, and then I move to another story. Within this journey, I read a lot about Zygmunt Bauman. Although I'm still part of my life based in New York, I felt necessity. I was traveling all over the world, and necessity to work on Europe. Europe is a particular moment, or maybe I'm sensitive in this moment about what's going on in Europe, where the wave of immigration, which is still keep going, this nationalism raising. So I have felt myself, let me try to do that within my big project. So I started to photograph in Europe, and then that what you see in the wall is an edit, is the first step, a representation of what has been for the last 2 years my work in Europe. The experiment, I would call it like this, the journey is trying to create a body of work which is exploring the idea of theater in the daily life, in the society. Coming from a lot of readings I had with Pirandello and many others authors, I have this obsession to create on the daily life, become the stage of our life, and so I want to lead this stage and see how the subject react, without interfering in them, without telling anything, to see how they play their role in society. This is what I wanted to do for a long time. When I was working actively as a photojournalist, I was seeing that every event I was going, the presence of a photographer, the theatrical aspect of life was always coming back in my picture. I don't think they realize they're actors really, but the moment I take out my flashes, I'm sure they start to question themselves what this guy is doing. And then that's why it takes a long time to take this kind of picture, because beside the physicality, carrying light, etc., I don't talk with them. I go there, I'm told, and with my assistant put my light, and then they look, what is this guy doing? And from there, start the game. Many times they walk away from my picture, they tell me what you're doing, and I stop. But sometimes they accept it. And they question themselves, wow, what is doing? And then they forget, kind of, they get in a limbo where they have this flash coming, and I think that was the magic. So the reason I came to Bulgaria to take a picture, well, Bulgaria is part of EU, is facing east, border with Turkey. There is a Eastern Bloc, what is Soviet Renaissance. There is a right-wing government in place. So it's perfect. It's a country might go in one direction or completely into another. The best part was when we enter in this this Congress, this strange satellite. No, this like amazing sculpture on top of the hill where the Soviets used to come have their retreat. We went inside and we found how the young people cope with that. So they do this parkour, you know, they jump and they do this French thing. And there are graffiti artists in English. We have these mosaics, communist Soviet mosaics, these kids jumping, take over this Soviet sculpture. And I found it fantastic. And it's a great way to deal with the past, bring it to the whatever Americanization, which is going to go back sometime to Europeization. It's nice, and whatever is happening. People go inside and take pictures of themselves, selfies, and the jump, and that's it. You can't stop that. My fear is like people are going to be less and less courageous to ask questions to other people, to have encounters with other people. This is my fear. Everybody's more and more isolated in their own little world, which is really little. It looks big because we have internet, we have Facebook, we have a social web platform to be connected, but we are alone, more and more. This is my fear. Besides the political aspect are in these pictures, my fear is like we are not going to be able to communicate anymore to each other. My fear is like it's going to be more fear raising from the miscommunication.